Have you ever walked into a room and felt invisible? Like your words were fine, your dress was lovely, but somehow your presence was on mute? Sit with me for a moment. Let me pour the truth like cream into your coffee. When the room doesn't see you, it's not your beauty that's missing. It's your direction. Where you put your eyes is where you put your power. I learned that under hot lights and colder stares. On sets, the camera can adore you. But people? They decide in seconds. I realized it wasn't what I showed. It was what I directed. Eyes are spotlights. And darling, you can aim them. Here's my confession. I never relied on volume. I used gravity. The kind that pulls everything toward your eyes. Slow, warm, intimate. Not a stare. A spell. Let's begin with the simplest, most disarming move I know. I call it the triangle. It's not mysterious. It's mindful. When you speak to someone, let your gaze trace a soft triangle. Left eye, right eye, mouth. Then return to the eyes. Tiny glides, like a silk ribbon drifting in a draft. It tells the other person, I'm listening, I'm present, I'm here with you. It's human. It's intimate. It makes them feel seen without being pinned. But the secret isn't the triangle. It's the pause inside it. I count to 2 in my chest. 1, 2. A breath no one hears. I let my gaze arrive, then rest. That rest is the warmth. That rest is where hearts melt. If you hold it longer than 2, you can tip into hunger. Shorter than 1, you can feel distracted. 2 is honey. 2 is generous. So try it. Soften your eyelids just a little. Relax your jaw. Let the corners of your mouth think about smiling. And hold the gaze for 2 silent heartbeats. 1, 2. Back to the mouth, then up again. Like a secret you're almost ready to tell. Another confession? I used to be terrified of being too much. Too glossy, too girlish, too seen. So I gave myself a private rule. I never chased attention. I invited it. Eye contact is an invitation, not a tackle. When you first meet someone's eyes across the table or across the room, don't latch. Touch and release. Touch again. Think of it like stepping into warm water. Let their eyes come back to you. Then reward them with that 2-second stay. You'll see it in their shoulders, the breath loosening, the lean-in beginning. That's gravity. Let's talk about the blink. A slow blink is not a performance. It's a sigh with your lashes. It says, I'm not in a hurry. And that is irresistible. Hurrying looks like insecurity in heels. Leisure looks like certainty in silk. So when you're listening, slow your blink. When you're about to say something, blink once. Softly, completely, and let your voice arrive just after the lids lift. The timing makes your words feel intentional, almost caressed. There's another little ribbon I used to weave into conversations. The glance down. Not away, down. When someone pays you a compliment, listen, receive, let your eyes drop briefly to their collarbone or to your own hands, then return with a small, honest smile. It reads as humility without hiding. It says, thank you. I feel it. And it makes compliments stick to both of you like warm light. Now, you might wonder, isn't this manipulation? Only if you're faking the feeling. Don't fake. Amplify. If you're nervous, let your breath support you. In through the nose, like you're smelling roses. Out through the mouth, like you're cooling tea. Your shoulders will lower, your gaze will soften. Nothing harsh seduces like something gentle. Here's a story. I was standing in a crowded hallway once, men talking shop and women smiling politely, and I felt myself shrinking like a sequin in the shadows. I thought, no. I moved closer to a small group, caught one man's eyes from the edge of his vision, and did nothing more than hold for 2 beats with a slight upturn at the corner of my mouth. He paused. He invited me in. It wasn't the dress. It wasn't the hair. It was the direction. My eyes said, "There you are." So his eyes said, "There you are." If you want something practical before dinner tonight, try this. Choose one person when you speak. Yes, just one. And deliver the last 5 words of your sentence to their eyes. Then let your attention float to a second person for your next thought. Instead of spraying attention everywhere and nowhere, you give it like pearls. One, then another. People don't want a flood. They want a gift. Now, beauty isn't a trick, but it can be a tool. For eye contact to glow, give your gaze a frame. A whisper of liner, pulled just past the outer corner, creates a subtle invitation. You're not drawing attention to the makeup, you're drawing attention through it. A touch of luminizer at the inner corners, just a kiss of light, makes your eyes look awake even when your heart is shy. Curl your lashes, only the outer half if you like, to lift your gaze without shouting. And moisturize under the eyes so your skin reflects candlelight. None of this is loud. It's support. Like a good chair under a good dress, posture helps more than lipstick. Drop your ribs, unlock your knees. Imagine a string lifting the crown of your head and a small weight resting at the base of your spine. When your body is at ease, your eyes stop pleading. They begin welcoming. The difference is everything. What if you're in love already, or learning to be? Eye contact keeps romance from going stale. At dinner, don't talk to the plate. Share a story and deliver the punchline to his eyes. Then do something wickedly simple. Look at his mouth for a beat, then back to his eyes. It's the softest spark. You'll feel it. He will too. In relationships, we starve each other of attention without realizing it. Eye contact is attention you can give freely, again and again. There's something else no one tells you. Boundaries look beautiful in the eyes. When you say no, do it with softness and eye contact. No, darling, I can't tonight. Hold for one breath. Smile as if you're handing them a flower. Your eyes say, I respect you and I respect myself. That's the most seductive message of all. If you ever fear your gaze is too intense, soften it by seeing more. Instead of piercing, receive. Widen your focus just enough to notice their face, their shoulders, the little twitch in their hand when you speak. Your attention becomes a room they can relax in. That is the essence of feminine power. You're not trying to trap anyone. You're offering a place worth staying. Midnight secret. Lighting is your co-star. Stand a little to the side of the brightest lamp, not directly beneath it. Let the light skim your cheekbone and catch in your eyes. That tiny sparkle makes your gaze feel alive, and it's uncanny how people respond. In a dim restaurant, face the candle if you can. Let the flame make friends with your pupils. The eyes grow rounder, deeper, kinder. That's not sorcery. That's science with a satin ribbon on it. I made peace with my vulnerability by wearing it like a perfume under my smile. You don't have to be perfect to hold someone's eyes. You only have to be present. If your hands tremble, let your eyes be the calm. If your voice quivers, let your gaze say, it's okay. I'm here anyway. That courage is luminous. Now, a little rehearsal you can do in your mirror. Sit close. Lift your chin a breath. Find your own eyes as if you're someone worth falling for. Because you are. Practice the triangle slowly. Left eye, right eye, mouth, back to the eyes. Smile without showing teeth. You'll feel silly for 30 seconds. By the next minute, you'll feel magnetic. And that feeling isn't vanity. It's alignment. Your body, breath, and gaze whispering the same message. I'm allowed to take up space. Exactly at the moment you enter a room, choose a destination for your eyes. Not your shoes, not your phone. A human or a horizon line. Walk toward it with the gentlest certainty. When you arrive, let your eyes do their 2-beat rest on someone kind, someone open. The room will rearrange itself around your quiet. Here's a confession from a girl who was often photographed but not always understood. The most powerful eye contact I ever made wasn't on camera. It was with a woman in a hallway after I'd fumbled a line. I was embarrassed. She handed me my courage back with her eyes. She looked at me for 2 breaths. No rush, no judgment, only warmth. I borrowed that look. I gave it to others. When you offer that kind of gaze, you don't just seduce, you heal. Now, a small ritual to keep your gaze steady when nerves want to sprint. I call it the teacup breath. Before the conversation starts, inhale as though you're smelling a cup of tea. Hold a sip of air on your tongue. Then exhale as though you're cooling it. Do it twice. Your heart slows. Your eyes stop skipping. You return to honey. If someone tries to dominate you with a stare, don't compete. Competing is masculine. You're velvet. Let your eyes travel to the bridge of their nose, then to their shoulder, then return with a calm 2-second rest. You acknowledge without surrendering. Then you choose where to place your attention next. You always get to choose. And when it's time to leave them wanting more, end with grace. As you say goodbye, hold their gaze for those 2 heartbeats. Blink once. Smile like you're keeping a secret. And let your eyes be the last to turn away. That little linger becomes a ribbon tied around the memory of you. They'll untie it later and smile. By the way, I want to hear what you'll try first. Will you practice the triangle, the slow blink, or the glance down after a compliment? Tell me in the comments, and if these whispered lessons help, tap like and subscribe so I can keep sharing them with you. Let's not pretend this is just for dates. Use it in meetings, with friends, with family. Your attention will change the temperature of every conversation. People thaw in warmth. They blossom under eyes that see them. Remember, the eyes you bring to others are borrowed from the way you look at yourself. When you sit with your mirror tonight, offer yourself that same patient, generous gaze. You'll find a softness you thought you lost. You'll find a spark you thought belonged to younger days. It never left. It was waiting for your attention. So here is your little script for tonight. Enter softly. Breathe like tea. Choose one person. Triangle. 2-beat rest. Slow blink. A glance down for sweetness. Then up, present, patient. You are not performing. You are letting your presence land. You are honey, not thunder. And if anyone tells you eye contact is just a trick, smile. Tricks vanish. Presence lingers. Let your eyes be where your heart lives. Let them be hospitable. Let them be warm. I promise you this. When your gaze says, "There you are," the world says it back. Doors open, conversations deepen, and those who matter will lean in. Not because you forced them, because you invited them. Every woman has a Monroe effect tucked inside her lashes. It's not a myth. It's muscle memory you haven't awakened yet. Tonight, wake it. Stand in the softest light you can find. Meet your own eyes first. Then share that glow 1 person at a time, 2 seconds at a time. Honey, not hurry. And watch, with a private little smile, as hearts begin to melt.